The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, was just disappointing. When I think of the Conjuring franchise, and I'm talking the ones actually called The Conjuring, not the spin-offs, I think of high quality, genuinely really good movies. The Devil Made Me Do It just feels like one of the spin-offs, and not even a very good one. It reminds me of watching The Curse of La Llorona, and that movie, well, like, it's not bad. I don't think this movie or The Curse of La Llorona is bad. It's just so generic, and it doesn't bring anything really interesting to the table. So when you watch the trailer for The Devil Made Me Do It, it actually makes the movie look really good, and like it could be this really interesting, almost courtroom drama that deals with like poltergeists and, possession stuff. And that would be really interesting because that's something I haven't seen before. And that's something I would like to see, kind of get out of the normal, typical possession movie tropes. And to the movie's credit, there are elements of it that are pretty cool and unique that I personally haven't seen before, like the angles with the witch and like a curse. All that stuff was really interesting. And I also just am also confused when I think about it after the movie, just wondering what was like the witch's motivation to do this. What made her curse that little kid? I don't know in the movie, unless I missed something. Genuinely possible, I got pretty bored at quite a few points. The movie didn't explain it at all. We are essentially just told, oh yeah, her dad worked with like the Ram cult, and she just sort of grew up, and now she's just like a Satanist. And they don't give her any real motivation outside of, oh yeah, she's evil and worships the devil. And we have Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson back as Ed and Lorraine Warren. And they're fine. I mean, they're good. They're good in the role. I like them. It's just that the movie isn't great. The script isn't very interesting. It could have been like a really interesting, cool movie, and they could have focused more on, some of the courtroom stuff, which would just be really cool. But instead, it's just a lot of the typical possession stuff. And that's another thing. There was not a single scene in this movie that was scary. Not a single part scared me at all. It seemed so obvious when a jump scare was coming. You could honestly just count it down like 3, 2, 1, boom, there she is. There's also this running subplot with Ed's heart, and him, like, his heart just stopping and he needs to take medication. I mean, that's fine, but these are real people, and we know they are not going to die anytime soon, because this movie takes place, I believe, in 1981, and they're going to be living for another 20 plus years. Any tension that the movie could possibly have with them dying is just gone, because we all saw the first 2 Conjuring movies, and I'm sure most people, looked these people up, and watched YouTube videos and watched cool little documentaries about who these people are, and we all know that they're not going to die. One other thing that bugged me when I watched the movie was the main antagonist, like the lady who cursed them, the witch. She must have supernatural powers. I don't know why it bugged me. It just sort of did, because there's the scene where she kills her dad, and she just sort of teleports behind him in the room. Because the movie also makes it clear that she's a normal human, and if she doesn't essentially kill these 3 people from this curse, then her soul is going to be taken to hell. But yet she also has all these supernatural abilities, and she could very easily kill these people, but she doesn't. And there's this part where Lorraine is running through the caverns underneath the guy's farmhouse, and you just hear her footsteps, boom, 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 just walking, getting closer and closer to her, when it's like, we've seen you teleport, I know you can do that, why aren't you doing that? That is just nitpicking. I really wanted to like this movie. I'm a big fan of the first 2 Conjuring films. I really liked them, and this one just doesn't live up to the franchise's name. It feels much more like Curse of La Llorona than it does, The Conjuring. And I know that it has the same director, so that's probably why. I don't think the movie's terrible by any means. I think it's just painfully average, and just for the Conjuring franchise, I feel like it should be better. The Conjuring was just sort of that shining beacon of horror possession movies that were really good and really entertaining. And this one's just subpar at best. And if they make a fourth one, I sincerely hope James Wan can come back to direct it. Or maybe get David F. Sandberg, somebody. I just hope it's good. I hope it's good, and I hope there's another one. I do enjoy these movies. Even though I'm very nitpicky about this right now, I did like it a bit. It's just, like I said, it's subpar and it's average. And I hope the next one's better.